She had everything: beauty, brains, and parents who prayed for her every sunrise. But the moment Jumoke stepped into university, the world offered her something sweeter than sermons and deadlier than sin. One decision, one night, and everything her parents built began to crumble. What happens when the pastor's daughter chooses the world over the word? Keep watching. This isn't just Jumoke's story. It's a warning every parent needs to hear. Welcome to Tales at Dusk, the archive of rich African tales. The morning of Jumoke's departure shimmered with promise. Sunlight poured through her bedroom window, brushing her smooth, glowing skin. She stared into the mirror, her tall frame standing regal, elegant. The reflection smiled back, not the dutiful pastor's daughter everyone knew, but a girl craving release from years of holiness that felt like chains. Downstairs, her parents waited in the living room, their voices soft with prayer. Reverend Dosa, the respected general overseer of Christ's Dominion Mission, held his Bible close, while his wife whispered psalms, tears glinting beneath her lashes. To them, their only daughter was precious, their testimony, their pride, their answered prayer. "Jumoke," her father began, his tone warm yet commanding. "Life beyond this house isn't gentle. The world smiles but hides daggers. Keep your faith like armor. Pray before every decision. Avoid companions who mock righteousness. Remember who raised you." Her mother's voice followed, tender and trembling. "Men will come with sweet words and empty hearts. Fame will whisper your name, but peace lives in obedience. When the noise of temptation grows loud, go on your knees. Heaven listens quicker than people." They continued, words drenched in love, heavy with warning. Every sentence painted virtue, caution, purity. Jumoke listened, eyes lowered, lips curved in polite agreement, but inside her heart pulsed with rebellion. She longed to breathe air untouched by sermons, to dance without guilt, to discover the girl hidden beneath perfection. When they finished, both parents laid hands on her head. Their prayer thundered through the room, fire, prophecy, blessing. Oil gleamed on her forehead as they declared her covered by grace. She whispered amen, masking impatience with practiced reverence. Minutes later, the car engine roared. She waved goodbye, her expression tender, her spirit soaring. The house that molded her disappeared behind the dust. A smile crept across her face, mischievous, daring. For the first time, she was beyond watchful eyes. No curfews, no endless vigils, just freedom. The first week on campus shimmered with excitement. Jumoke felt like a bird finally freed from its cage. Her laughter echoed down the hostel hallways, full of confidence, full of dreams. That was when she met Ruqayyat, tall, elegant, modest, yet breathtaking. Her smile carried peace, her voice soothed chaos. They became roommates after a short conversation that felt like destiny. "Hi, I'm Ruqayyat," she said warmly, adjusting her scarf. "Mass communication, year 1. Jumoke's face brightened. "Same here. Guess we're stuck together." They laughed and something clicked. Two souls, different in spirit, yet drawn together by circumstance. Days rolled by with lectures, endless notes, and cafeteria gossip. Ruqayyat loved quiet evenings, reading or humming soft songs. Jumoke preferred noise, music, wide life, only that she hasn't gotten the opportunity yet. One evening, as Ruqayyat arranged her books, Jumoke flopped onto her bed. "Ruki, tonight we're going out. There's a club near the gate. Big lights, real music. Let's have fun." Ruqayyat didn't even look up. "Fun or trouble?" she said, smiling faintly. "Oh, come on. We've been saints all week. One night won't kill us." "Jumoke," Ruqayyat replied calmly, "we came here to learn, not lose ourselves. The world outside that gate doesn't love easily." "Let's focus." Jumoke groaned. "You sound like my mother." Maybe your mother's right, Rukayat said, eyes soft but firm. Silence hung between them. Outside, laughter drifted through the window, freedom calling. Jumoke turned toward the sound, her pulse quickening. She wanted more than classrooms and prayers. She wanted color, thrill, voices that defied caution. Campus life had started to taste bland for Jumoke. Same lectures, same faces, same quiet nights with Rukayat whispering prayers while she scrolled through pictures of girls living wild, glowing with freedom. They looked alive, she thought, not trapped like me. Then, one breezy afternoon, she saw them, Taiwo and Kehinde, the famous twins every tongue on campus whispered about. They walked into the cafeteria as if the ground was theirs, hips swaying, perfume flooding the air, laughter loud enough to silence the crowd. Their presence burned. Boys stared. Girls envied. Jumoke froze. These were the girls she had heard about, beautiful, bold, dangerous. Everything she wasn't, but wanted to be. She couldn't take her eyes off them. Something fierce stirred inside her chest, longing mixed with defiance, and before fear could whisper otherwise, she stood up and walked straight to their table. "Hi," she said, voice trembling slightly. The twins looked up, unimpressed. Taiwo's red lips curled. "Can we help you?" Jumoke swallowed hard. "I like your vibe. I want to roll with you guys." Kehinde raised a brow, smirking. "You what?" "I want to join your circle," Jumoke said firmly this time. "Teach me how to live freely." "I want to be like you." They burst into laughter, full, unapologetic, almost cruel. "You?" Taiwo teased. "Sweetheart, you look like a Bible verse." "I can change," Jumoke replied quickly. Kehinde leaned back, studying her. "Do you drink?" "No." "Smoke?" "No." "Then what makes you think you can survive our world?" Jumoke's pulse thumped, but her gaze didn't waver. "Because I've been dying to live." That silence that followed was heavy, and then, slowly, both twins smiled. "You've got fire," Taiwo said. "We like that. But talk is cheap, baby girl. You'll prove it tonight. Club Nova, 10 p.m. Dress hot, no gowns. Lose the innocence." "I'll be there," Jumoke said, heart racing. That evening, her hostel mirror reflected a stranger. Heavy makeup, borrowed short dress, heels that made her taller and bolder. She turned, unsure, then smiled at her reflection. "Goodbye, Miss Perfect," she whispered. The club was alive, flashing lights, thick smoke, bodies moving in rhythm. Taiwo and Kehinde were already there, glittering under the neon glow. "You made it," Kehinde shouted over the music. "I said I would." Taiwo handed her a glass. "First lesson, stop thinking, start feeling." The drink burned her throat. Then came a cigarette. She hesitated, then took it. One puff, two. Coughing, tears in her eyes, but the twins laughed and cheered. "There she is," Taiwo yelled. "Welcome to the league, baby." From that moment, Jumoke was reborn. Nights blurred into glitter and noise. The twins taught her how to dance till dawn, flirt with confidence, smile through hangovers. She learned to fake laughter, fake peace, and soon didn't need to fake it anymore. She had become one of them. Rukayat noticed the change immediately. The soft-spoken girl she once prayed beside was now barely around. When she did come home, she reeked of alcohol and perfume. One night, Rukayat confronted her. "Jummy, please," she said, voice trembling. "You're walking into fire." Jumoke rolled her eyes. "Oh, not again. Those girls don't care about you. They'll drag you down. They make me happy," Jumoke shot back. "For once I feel alive." "You wouldn't understand. Your world is too small." Rukayat's eyes filled with tears. "Small worlds last, wild ones burn fast." "Then let me burn," Jumoke snapped, grabbing her bag. The door slammed, and with it, the last piece of her old self. Weeks passed. Jumoke barely attended lectures. Her name buzzed across campus now, the new twin, the pastor's daughter gone rogue. Money flowed from men she barely knew, and pleasure became her escape. Then, one evening, her phone rang. "Hello, Daddy," she said, forcing calm. "My daughter," Reverend Dosa's voice held warmth laced with concern. "We hardly hear from you these days. Are you okay? Do you need anything?" "No, Daddy, I'm fine," she lied. "I still have savings from what you gave me." "Come home this weekend," her mother added gently. "We miss you." Her heart stuttered. Home, where truth couldn't hide. Still, she agreed. Before traveling, she stripped away every trace of her new life, scrubbed makeup, wore a long gown, tied a scarf. By the time she left, she looked holy again. Her parents' joy overflowed when she arrived. "Our shining star," her mother exclaimed, hugging her tight. "You've even grown slimmer from all that studying." "Yes, Ma," she said softly. "If this story already has your heart racing, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. More real-life African stories like this drop every week." That night, her father prayed long and hard over her. "May you never be lost in the crowd. May grace preserve you." Each word struck her like stones, but she kept smiling. By Sunday, she grew restless. Her phone buzzed. "Party tonight. Don't be late." "Mummy," she said after lunch, "I have a test tomorrow morning. I need to get back early." Her mother frowned. "On a Monday? Can't you stay for evening service?" "Please, Ma," Jumoke insisted. Her father sighed. "All right. Go, but remember who you are." She knelt, received another anointing, another rain of prayers. When she finally stepped outside, she exhaled sharply, tearing off her scarf. Her reflection in the car window smiled back, lips painted red again. The saint had vanished, the rebel had returned. After Jumoke returned to campus, her wild rhythm resumed like she'd never left. The long gown and scarf were buried at the bottom of her box, replaced again with short dresses, smoky perfume, and loud laughter. Her nights blended into each other, endless music, reckless laughter, flashing lights. Taiwo and Kehinde were always beside her, leading the charge through every nightclub and party, their heels clicking against marble floors like queens of chaos. Jumoke had become one of them completely. Men now recognized her face, whispered her name. She loved the attention. It made her feel powerful, invincible. Lectures became optional. Mornings were for sleeping. Nights were for living. Money flowed from admirers, big boys, men who called her baby girl. Her once innocent phone was now filled with contacts that sparkled with danger. One humid evening, while she was getting ready to go out again, her phone rang. It was her mother. She almost didn't pick. "Mummy," she began casually, dabbing lip gloss. "Jumoke," her mother's voice trembled, urgent. "I had a terrible dream last night." Jumoke paused. "Dream? About what?" "I saw you standing by a dark river," her mother said, voice quivering. "You were calling for help, but you were sinking. I woke up shouting your name." A strange chill crept up Jumoke's arms. "Ah, Mummy, it's just a dream now." "It's not just a dream," her mother insisted. "Please, my daughter, are you doing anything you shouldn't?" Jumoke's heartbeat quickened. "No, Ma. I'm fine. I've just been busy." Her mother's sigh came heavy through the phone. "Jumoke, please live right. The world is full of deceit. Don't forget your foundation. Evil can look beautiful before it destroys." Jumoke swallowed hard. "Yes, Ma. I hear you. Promise me, child." "I promise." They prayed briefly before the call ended. Jumoke sat still for a moment, staring at her reflection. The glittering earrings, the red lips, the revealing dress. For the first time in a long while, she felt uneasy. "Babe," Taiwo shouted from the doorway, "are you ready or what?" "The senators are waiting at Crimson Lounge." Jumoke blinked, forcing a smile. "Coming." The twins had been talking about the senators' party for days, wealthy, daring men who controlled parties, who made girls feel like queens. Tonight was the night they'd meet them. When they arrived at the lounge, luxury hung in the air. Designer cars lined the street, champagne flowed like water. The men were loud, confident, flashing money as if it were leaves. One of them, tall and dark with cold eyes, grabbed Jumoke's attention instantly. He smiled and she smiled back. "Welcome, pretty," he said, slipping his arm around her waist. "Tonight is gonna be hot." She laughed, heart fluttering under the heavy music. Drinks followed, laughter followed, and the night blurred into dizzy pleasure. Days after that fateful night, Jumoke's body felt strange, heavy, trembling, weak. She could barely eat. Her laughter disappeared. "Guys," she whispered one morning, sitting on the edge of the bed, "I don't feel fine. I've been dizzy for days." Taiwo looked up from her phone. "Maybe it's malaria, babe." Kehinde frowned. "Go do test jar. You worry too much." So Jumoke went to the campus clinic. Hours later, she sat across from a doctor who couldn't meet her eyes. Papers lay between them. "Miss Jumoke Dosa," he began quietly, "your test results are out." Her hands trembled. "Okay," he exhaled. "You're pregnant." The world froze, but before she could process it, he continued, "There's more. You tested positive for HIV and for hepatitis B. It's advanced." Her mouth went dry. The air vanished. How long do I have?" she whispered. The doctor's silence was answer enough. When she told Taiwo and Kehinde, their faces changed instantly. "Wait, you're serious?" Taiwo stammered. Kehinde grabbed her bag. "Ah, we can't be seen with you again, Abeg. People will start talking." And just like that, they left. Alone, Jumoke dialed the only number her heart could still trust. "Ruki," her voice cracked. Rukayat didn't ask questions. Within an hour she was there, holding Jumoke in her arms. Days turned into weeks. Jumoke's skin grew pale. Her laughter died completely. Rukayat prayed beside her bed every night, whispering scriptures she used to ignore. Sometimes Jumoke smiled faintly, tears shining in her eyes. "Ruki, I should have listened," she said one night. "You tried." "Don't talk like that," Rukayat said, wiping her tears. "There's still mercy. God hasn't left you." But Jumoke could feel her time thinning like smoke. One afternoon she reached for her friend's hand. "When I'm gone, tell them I'm sorry." Rukayat shook her head, sobbing. "You'll tell them yourself." Later that evening, when Rukayat stepped out to buy her medicine, Jumoke closed her eyes and whispered a single prayer, the first real one in years. "Lord, forgive me." When Rukayat returned, the room was still. The breeze through the curtain felt like a farewell. The next hours blurred into screams, phone calls, sirens. When Jumoke's parents arrived, their world shattered in one heartbeat. Reverend Dosa fell to his knees. His wife clutched their daughter's cold hand, crying her name again and again. The house that had once echoed with prayers was silent. Outside, rain began to fall, soft, endless, like heaven itself, weeping for a girl who lost her way too soon. Jumoke's story teaches a timeless truth. Parenting is more than providing rules. It's about building real trust. In today's fast-paced digital world, love must be louder than temptation and guidance stronger than peer pressure. Every moment spent listening, praying, and truly knowing your child could be the difference between protection and regret. Parents, are you raising your child or losing them slowly without knowing? Don't keep this message to yourself. Share it, comment your thoughts, and let's help rebuild stronger homes, one story at a time.